It's now time for another episode of the Off-Road Toolbox. A Jeepers guide to everything off-road. Powered by Best Price Trailers.
Oh, welcome back to another episode there, folks. This is going to be the
continuation,
follow-up of our last show. If you didn't listen to it, you need to go back and listen because now we're going to get into the skinny of some of the things that we're going to suggest.
On engine swaps for the V8.
The V8 for the TJ or the YJ.
YJ.
TJ. Yes.
But not the JKs. That's a little bit.
No,
we can do JK. We're talking
this will
about
all
this.
work with
Okay.
JKs too.
Yeah, as long as an engine swap's an engine swap. It's just,
But not the new ones?
That's the JLs you're talking
That's
about?
the
JLs and
I wouldn't-
JLTs. Yeah, we start getting into the, Now we
if you're gonna
we
do
both
that-
own it. We know now it's like,
No, if you're going to do it, you just buy a 392 and be done with
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
That's
Because it's
what I
going
was
to
thinking.
cost a lot of money
Yeah.
for those things. to
And
put
you
that
already
in.
paid good money for your Jeep.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're doing the swap in, another
But if the
5
motor
years,
does, if
10
the
years.
motor does go kaput,
Kaput, which was not surprising in the new
yes, there's
the
issues,
Pentastar.
and it's well documented.
Yes.
So it is what it is, and I'm still happy with my Jeep, and I'm not getting rid of it.
I like mine. I've only had it a couple of months. It's great. It's fun to drive. I just know I hope it's not a ticking
Ticking time bomb?
Tick, 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 tick. What's next? Tick, 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 tick.
Well,
Not the ticking of the engine, which sounds like it happens all the time anyway.
Yeah, they tick anyways. I mean,
Okay.
mine ticks now.
Okay,
That's
good.
it. I got 52K on it, so.
But anyway, okay, let's get back to it.
Mine gets old
Yeah.
by 1 year next week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because so does mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is yours.
And mine's
Yes.
still in the 40s, so it'll be low miles.
Oh, yeah. Lucky you.
What a little miles.
Well, 43,000?
Compared to 218,000?
Yeah.
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 Everything.
Everything.
I gotta keep going. I gotta
mean,
try to
that's-
beat my.
You gotta-
And that's
I
the
gotta-
same motor, too.
Same motor. I
That's
gotta try to
the-
beat Bird's record. But Bird did it in a 4.0. He got like
Oh, you're
435.
never
Well,
gonna
four
get that.
point- I don't know if you keep up on
That's
it.
what I'm gonna find out.
The minivan engine?
Yeah.
That's
Is
what
that
I
what
got
you
in
got?
it.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I
got
got
the-
the 3.8. Yes.
What's it? Rubicon, right?
It's in the Rubicon. It's adult driven, not kid driven.
Not beaten to death.
Yes. And that was one of the reasons why I went with the Rubicon, because younger people aren't going to afford a Rubicon.
No.
You know, new or used, they normally go for the Sport or the Sahara, and then of course that's when they tear things up.
Yep.
So
Speaking of tearing up, we're tearing up a TJ or a YJ or even a
JKU.
JK or like your motor, or like get rid of yours and
not yet.
Not
I'd
yet.
rebuild mine if I could. If I could find a shop that could rebuild the 3.8, but
Yeah.
it's harder and harder to find.
It's going to be hard to find parts for it.
That could be
don't-
the
don't
problem.
say- Come on.
That could be
You gotta
the
have
problem.
You got to have faith. You got to have faith. Somebody's got parts.
Believe it or not, the straight six, they're having a hard time getting rings for them.
Wow. I didn't mean the 4.0.
Yeah, 4.0.
yeah.
Yeah.
Straight six.
Wow. That's
Well,
not
it's
good.
it's dating. It's really,
Yes,
really
it's
becoming
getting-
obsolete.
I
now.
mean, mine's an 06. It's what, almost how many years?
yeah.
Yep. Oh, 20 years.
Yep.
That's
20
right.
years.
It'd be 20 years in a week.
Yep. It'll be
Or now.
It'll be an antique according to Florida state law.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, so we're going to break it down as far as what engine types we have found that work. Right now, the GM LS series, as we said, was the most popular and the most supported. The 3.5 liter Vortec, the LM7, the L59, 6.0 liter, the LQ4, the LQ8, and the 6.2 LS3.
LS3 is kind of one of the most popular swaps.
Yes.
Right.
I've heard.
Yep.
I mean, the other ones, there's little with the LS1s, 2s,
Yes.
and on up. There's kind of a few different things that are different, but the 3 works the best for what we're doing. The donor vehicles you want to look for are 1999 to 2006 Chevy Silverado 1500 or 2500,
Okay.
or a 2000 to 2006 GMC Sahara.
What about the Tahoes? And they have the same
They
motors?
got some of those too.
We're getting there.
Okay. Oh,
We're
all
getting
right.
there.
Okay.
2000 to 2006 Chevy Suburban or Tahoe.
Those motors just keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're usually a 4-bolt main. When you get up into
okay.
the heavier vehicles, they go to a 4-bolt main. Especially in the 25, the Chevy Silverado 25, it should be a 4-bolt main, which makes it a little bit stronger motor. And then for 2000 to 2006, the Cardiac Escalade for the LQ9.
The what?
Cadillac.
Cardiac?
Cardiac.
See, you work in
I'm back at work. I'm sorry,
You
guys.
know something about the Cadillac that we don't?
Yeah, you just
It's
take
the heartbeat of America.
Heartbeat of America. Yeah, right.
No, that's Chevy.
That is.
That's still Chevy product. So-
Cadillac.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
All right,
God.
so the motor's there. You got the different motors.
And why does it work? Well, it works because it's affordable, it's abundant, it's got a huge aftermarket support. Like I said, the Novak, the advanced adapters, et cetera, they've all gone to this mold and they've helped us to where we can make it work. So now, if you're a diehard Chrysler fan and you want a Hemi, and gives you the OEM Jeep feel, the engine is a 5.7 liter Hemi or the 6.4 liter Hemi. Your donor vehicles are going to be 2003 to 2020 Dodge Ram 1500 to 2500, 2005 to 2020 Dodge Charger or Challenger, and 2005 to 2020 Chrysler 300, which I kind of found that kind of interesting, the 300, as it's a mom and pop car, basically.
Didn't know they had the bigger engine in it, though.
I didn't either. That's when I saw it, I was like, whoa, that's interesting. Why it works, it's because it's closer to the Jeep feel. It's smoother integration with newer JK and JKU platforms. So if you're doing a JKU, this would probably be, or JK, it's probably going to be the better bet to go with this. If you're doing a YJ or a TJ, go with the Chevy brand.
Good to know.
So you need to get a Hemi for your.
No. No, I'm just going to keep it my mini man.
But he
my
just
mini
said
man
it. He
engine.
said it's just an easy swap.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
not that.
I'll just let him rebuild my motor if I can find somebody. That's the big problem.
Yeah.
Is
Now-
finding somebody who can rebuild motors.
Now, for the gearheads out there, there are other ones that you can drop in there, like the Ford 5.0 Coyote.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh.
But it's less common, much less common.
It is,
It's
and I was
powerful,
gonna
but
say
it's very expensive
Yeah.
with complex wiring.
I've only seen that done once. I have only seen that done once.
I haven't.
I have, yeah.
I haven't even seen it.
Yep.
The other thing is the AMC 360 401, period correct for CJ/YJ, but harder to source. Well, as we said,
That's
Those
a big
motors
engine.
are-
That's compared to the old 304.
Yeah.
The 360 and the 401. That's a big block.
yes,
Yes.
you'll scoot for sure. But the problem is that they're going to, people are getting rid of the vehicles that have it in them, and they're
Yes.
crushing these motors, so
Yes.
you're getting harder and harder to find.
And remember back during the Obama administration, they wanted to get rid of all those cars and all the old ones, and they put that they destroyed the motors.
Right.
You got money back. What was the whole? Remember that back probably
That was when he was first
08,
in office.
08, 09 maybe? Is that when he was first in office?
I don't remember.
But you had to turn the vehicle in, and they
Yeah.
would like fill the motor with something and ruin it, totally ruin it.
And
But you
that's-
could turn your car in and get money towards a new one.
Correct. It was a buyback. is what
Buyback, yeah. It was back in the, like I said, during the recession.
So now we're going to kind of get into the cost of things. This is going to be GM based. It's going to be used. So we'll say a 5.3 liter is going to be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500 with low miles. The lower the miles, the higher the cost.
Yes.
So 2,500 would be for a motor with 30,000 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Transmission, you want the 4L60E or 4L80E, and you can get those anywhere from 5 to 1,200. And you want them to match the engine year. You don't want to mix match your years.
Good point. That's actually a really good point.
ECU and harness, you're going to go 300 to 800,
Yes.
and they will be able to be reprogrammed. You're going to need your accessory drives. They're going to be 200 to 500, and that includes the alternator, power steering pump, and all the other stuff that fits onto the front of the motor. Radiator and fan, you're talking 150 to 400, and it depends on what kind you get. Whether
Yes.
you get a stock or if you go with the aftermarket aluminum.
Yes.
I would go with the aftermarket aluminum. That's my personal preference. Motor mounts and adapters, you're talking anywhere from $300 to $700. These are for the bolt-on kits where you would go to Novak or one of those places and get the kit. And your total or your fuel system mods
Yep.
are going to be $150 to $400. That's your pump, your regulator, and your lines that run up to the motor.
Yes.
Total donor pull is anywhere from $2,000 to $4,500. That's your engine, your transmission, your ECU, and your harnesses.
But we left out transfer cases.
Yes, I didn't.
So-
even, transfer case is another $1,000
Okay.
minimal,
Yes.
and it depends on which one you get. Chevy long block, if you were to go to buy it, let's say it's Ace or wherever. Chevy long block 3.5 Gen 3 to Gen 1, 1996 to 2000 or 2006, you're talking $3,816 plus a refundable core of $570, which you would get that back when you send your core
Right.
in.
When you
For the Dodge 2500 that uses the 5.7 liter power torque, 2006 year, you're talking $4,493 plus the core refundable of $620. Now you got to add in your shipping cost on that too,
Yes.
depending on where it's shipped to and from.
right.
So
That's just the parts you're talking about.
yeah,
Yes.
that's just a block.
Right.
That's a long block,
Yeah.
which will be heads, block, lifters, cam, oil pan. That's it.
This whole thing is going to be.
It's a big project.
It's a big project. And
It's a big
not
project.
cheap.
But the thing is that there's shops that do that and
Oh,
they
yes.
do it in their
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
Because
They
they
really
do it day
do.
in, day
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
if you're
They know
shipping-
exactly what you need. They have it broken down.
Yes.
Exactly. They lost money when they did the first one to learn. So
Yeah.
they know what's what.
Right.
If you can, pull it from a running vehicle when possible to avoid rebuild cost. Look for wrecked trucks and SUVs with rear end damage.
Yeah.
If it has a rear end damage, the motor is probably still good. The transmission is probably still good. The rear
Depending
end,
on how much
Well,
rear
this
end
is true.
damage. It's
This
not
is true.
driven up in it. Yeah.
right. If it's just a total because
Yeah.
it crumpled,
Yep.
you're going to lose the drive shaft. You're going to
Yeah.
lose the
Well,
rear
that's
end.
all right because you're going to
Because
replace
you're
a
gonna
lot of that
replace
stuff
it.
Yeah.
anyway.
You're gonna.
A lot of that you're going to get newer parts anyway.
Correct. Avoid high mileage engines, like we said, unless you're planning on rebuilding the motor.
Yeah.
That you're going to pay a little bit more. But we're talking a long block is $3,816, whereas you're talking $2,500 for just a complete 3.5. But that has everything with it. So
Yeah.
you kind of got to weigh what you want to do. You do have to look into, is it going to work with your Jeep's year and emission requirements? Some of the core tools you need. If you're not a mechanic, these are things that you're going to have to come up with. You're going to have an engine hoist or a cherry picker.
Yep.
That's what lifts the motor
Yes.
out. An engine stand, because you're going to put it on the stand. You're going to break it down, put in new gaskets, and make sure everything's cool inside.
Yes.
You're going to need a floor jack stands for underbody access, because you want to jack it up so you can get in there and do your work. You're also going to need a transfer case jack.
Yeah.
Basic hand tools, sockets, wrenches, screwdrivers, pliers, all that good stuff. Impact driver or impact gun speeds things up,
Yes.
but is not necessary. You can always use, the tools that we get from B&B.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
use electric. You're going to need drill bits and drills for moving brackets, that are on there that you have to move to do stuff with. Cutting tools, you're going to need angle grinder, a reciprocating saw for doing exhaust work or frame mods.
Yep.
Welder setup depends on what kit you go with.
Man, you guys.
Yeah, I know.
You're getting into the weeds, man. I tell you what, it's just to go to it. You go to it. This is to do it yourself.
This is just to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
This all. Yeah. But now the people that can do this,
They
normally
have all
their,
the stuff.
they
Well,
have their
their
own
shop.
workshops.
Yeah, their own shops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And that's kind of cool. I'm kind of jealous that. So I grew up. My grandfather had a shop. He
That had everything in
He
it?
had everything in it. Yeah.
that's like when I lived in Sarasota, the shop that we worked out of with the stock car.
Yeah.
It had everything.
Yeah.
You know, a buddy of mine.
And in fact, they're still in business. J&H Diesel out of
Oh, wow.
Sarasota.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they're still in business.
A buddy of mine's got he had a YJ, and he swapped that motor out and put the 4.3 liter.
Stroker.
No. It was from an S10.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So a GM motor.
GM motor and
Okay.
everything. He did that himself, and it was an automatic.
Yeah.
But it was from a stick, so it had a floppy
Yeah.
clutch thing. He also put in Ford Probe seats. They were electric.
That's the way it was back
and
then.
it worked. But it worked. I mean,
Another
this thing was-
Frankenstein Jeep.
Oh, it was beautiful. I mean,
Really?
it ran great. Oh, he could take that anywhere. He could take that anywhere. Down the road, on the trail, it went anywhere.
Oh man. Like I said, welder, Multimeter. You're going to need a multimeter for tracing out your wires.
Yes.
An OBD scanner for post-swap troubleshooting, because bound and determined you're going to pinch a wire or something's going to happen. So you're going to have to figure out what the code is and what it's saying to look for.
You're going to need the computer program.
That's what the OBD, you can get it.
Okay.
And you can run it on the iPad or, or a regular computer. Support gear, you're going to need to swap kit, the adapters and mounts. You're going to need a radiator upgrade. Aluminum with electric fans is what I suggest. Fuel system mods, you're going to have a high pressure pump.
Yep.
Regulator and return lines because it circulates the fuel through. An exhaust system. Now, that's the hard part, is because there's not a whole lot of choices as far as headers. You want to get headers that are tucked tight to the V8. You don't want them like a normal stock vehicle. Drive shaft, you're going to need the length and yoke that are compatible with everything.
Slip yoke eliminator.
And there's people who make them. I mean, there's shops that make custom drive shafts for Jeeps.
Used to be here in town.
Yeah.
Wiring harness interrogator. That's where you go to each pin and you can tell if you got power through it or not. And then you're going to need your gauge and clusters, which would be your tack, temp, oil pressure, and anything else you want to.
All your gauge. I forgot about that. You get. Oh yeah, and make sure everything reads.
If you only knew how long I sat in front of the computer reading.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I mean,
or you can just take everything,
to a shop that does it all.
Take a checkbook and go to a shop.
Here I go.
Okay.
Minimum of 2 people to do this. One to guide the engine, one to operate the hoist.
Yes.
And you want someone that you can trust.
Correct.
That know how to use the hoist. Mechanic or fabricator for welding, wiring, and troubleshooting. An electric savvy friend for the ECU and harness integration. That's someone that knows what they're doing when they're programming and what they're doing to delete certain things that you don't need. And then, you can always go to your forum on the interwebs and read what's there and hope you're getting the right information.
Yes. Well, that was that's for another show about online and internet and all these things what's reputable, what's not.
Yeah.
Who do you go to?
Yeah.
So some of the things you want to have around, you're going to want safety glasses, you're going to want gloves. A big thing is tape. To label the wires.
And you also, I don't know if you put this down there, but you need a nice table that you can put your pizzas on.
Yes, spread
because you're going to be spending a lot of time and eating a lot of pizza.
A lot of pizza and a lot of beer.
That's the refrigerator, so you need a refrigerator.
Then your bolts. You're going to need, your grade 8 bolts for certain things. A checklist or a whiteboard. Big thing, because you're going to take all this list that you've taken and gathered, and you're going to say, well, I need to do this, this, that's done. Estimate times. TJ and JKUs with bolt-on kits, you're talking 40 to 60 hours with 2 people. YJ and CJ with fab work, 60 to 80 hours.
Oh, man.
And then you're going to add time for wiring, AC, test drives, and all this other stuff. Now, I did find a guy that did a TJ. He did all junkyard parts, and his total bill was $72,0211 just for the parts. That's not including labor.
No.
So now you figure another, $4,000, $5,000 in time to do it.
Yeah.
And then if something happens, you got to go back in there and tear it apart.
You're talking $15K, right?
Probably
about 15. If you took it to a shop,
20K now.
Yeah, 15 to 20.
Yeah.
You're basically buying kind of like a new vehicle. So you treat it that way when you get a loan, unless you have that money.
Yeah.
But
see what the bank will give you for a loan, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Here's the thing. Are these daily drivers now when you do all of this?
And that's the other thing you have to ask yourself.
Yeah.
If this is a daily driver, there's going to be bugs that are going to strand you.
Yeah.
So do you do it yourself, or do you take it to a shop that will stand behind their work?
Even if they take it to a shop, if you have a bug, it's got to go in for repairs.
Sure.
So, either way, you're looking at, there are a few, like, you look
Make sure you have AAA. How much is a membership for AAA?
Like $100.
Okay, well then add that to the price.
Yes. But these good shops like
Trips to the ER.
No, don't say that. Yeah, because
Cut my hand on a piece of metal.
Yeah. Like the AAV or the Bruiser, when they get done, they give it to you. They're usually
it's done. It's
ready
to
it's
go.
bug free.
They've had this. They've got it down.
They got it
almost
down
to where they're like a
correct.
Just like Orin.
Yeah.
I mean, Orin.
We say Orin Track and Trail.
Yeah. Track and Trail was at Jeep Beach last year, and he had a JKU frame sitting there with a big old V8 in it. And that's what he does for a living.
That's what I was.
Plus, he races it, so he understands.
Yeah.
Me, I don't understand it so well. I would have to have buddies helping me out, or I'd have dial a friend.
Yes.
Straight
Like
in.
I
Drop
said,
it off.
or all of them.
Does Oren do this stuff? Like
He does custom builds.
He
And
does?
He does. Oh, he does engine transfers, and so doesn't
Destination
Destination
4x4.
does.
And I think Wilson's does too.
Wilson's will.
Wilson's-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wilson's
I mean,
will.
there's some and
Daytona
does-
Garage will
Daytona-
do the newer stuff. I don't know
Yes.
if they'll do a swap.
I don't know if they'll.
I
Yeah,
know
that's a good
the-
question.
good-
we should
gotta
ask them. They
one
do
day.
engine swaps.
You know?
They might. They
You know?
might. But
Who,
they're really
who did your
into the-
daughter's engine swap?
They did, but it was the same motor. It was just
Okay.
pull and
Okay.
pull and replace.
Okay.
Okay,
It wasn't an upgrade.
well, that's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's in these shops too. They, there is a backlog. Toy Box used to. They still around?
They're still that. My daughter. We just went to
okay.
Kaylee's Jeep there.
Boy,
Yeah,
I tell you, they had some great stuff.
they
back
still
in the
do.
day.
My
They-
brother's Jeep was done out there.
Really?
Yes.
So there's another place.
But he's a big. They're
CJ.
big-
He's a CJ.
He's a CJ guy,
Yeah.
but because Kaylee's was a TJ and it's a 4.0,
they'll still.
they're working with me.
Yeah.
and they're nice people. Again, all these people are good people. All the Jeep people.
Yeah,
we're
you're not going to
talking-
find anybody who's not like worth talking to.
Oh no,
They'll all work with you.
they're all
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I would
You know,
all of them.
And when you go and talk, if you're checking out a shop, ask them questions.
Yeah.
See if they kind of stutter or I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
If they come out and they're spot on,
Yes,
go for it.
yes.
Be prepared though. 100 to 150, maybe higher in your area. We don't know.
And how many mechanics
Hour,
is it?
per
So if
hour,
you got
right, you're talking hourly
per
rate.
hourly, and then if you got 2 mechanics on it,
Well, they usually what they do is they'll, like when they did the lift over at Destination for me, he quoted me a price.
Yeah.
He put 2 on it, and it was done in 2 hours.
okay.
So that's the way they look at it too.
Yeah.
Is sometimes get it done, get it out of their base,
That's
so they
right.
can bring more vehicles
Yeah.
in to make more money.
If you allow them more time, they'll work with you a lot better.
Oh,
on
yeah.
money. If you need something done like right away.
Oh yeah,
then
be
you're,
prepared.
Well,
Yeah.
Dig deep.
yep.
Just empty every pocket.
Yeah. That's what it's for.
So,
That's what it stands for.
anything else?
I think we just need to thank some people.
All right, I'll let you start it off.
Oh gosh, Daytona Dodge.
Daytona Dodge.
We should talk
Randy's
about it.
place.
Randy's
Randy Dodge,
place.
Daytona Dodge, Randy Dye, great people. His staff's good people. Daytona
they are.
Garage, another good people.
B&B.
B&B. And again, he's a Jeep guy. Hopefully they're back for Jeep Beach because they got to take care of those specials. He had some great Jeep Beach
Yes, he did.
specials. So
And then we got Best Price Trailers.
best price trailers.
You can check them out at bestprice.com.
To haul all your gear, or if you want to haul your Jeep, you can get a Jeep hauler.
Or you can
Or
do
do
both.
Yes,
Your gear and your Jeep.
Yep.
And a camping spot.
that works.
So,
Well, thank you, everybody.
well, we wish you all a very happy new year.
Yes.
We hope that you're safe over this holiday time. We want to see you come back and listen in to us, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you.
Until then.
Bye.
And there you have it. Don't you feel smarter now? We'll drop more knowledge on you soon. Thanks for listening to the Off-Road Toolbox, powered by Best Price Trailers.